Darwin Nunez done and dusted as Christian Eriksen medical set, while Frankie de Jong arrival date set. Hello everyone, and thank you for watching us. It is Manchester United diehards, and do not forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so that you do not miss out on anything United diehards has to bring to you. And right about now, we are focused and mainly talking about the arrival of some players, the arrival of some of the players at Manchester United. As you already know that it is the transfer season, and we are definitely dedicated to bringing to you everything sporting, everything that is taking place in the Manchester United camp, as many of the players have left Manchester United. This leaves quite a lot for Manchester United to make sure that they sign as many players as they can, because right about now I can tell you that things are definitely going to be quite good for Manchester United, as Manchester United is looking forward to signing as many players as they can. And it should be remembered that Eriksen was given a massive 200 million budget. He was given a massive 200 million budget so that definitely he can budget on that, but that seemed quite a little. So John Mataf and Darren Fletcher had to raise a big complaint to the Glazers that money was not enough, because a lot of players were leaving the club, and reinforcement, big time reinforcement was definitely needed. So that is what definitely happened. So if you've not yet subscribed, please make it a point to subscribe and ring that notification bell so that you can definitely get everything you need. As you already know that we are talking about three main players today, and things will be quite good. And we're talking about Darwin Nunez, and also we will be talking about Christian Eriksen, and also the arrival of Frankie de Jong at Manchester United. So United fans, where are you? Make it a point to subscribe, bring that notification bell so that you don't miss out on anything in this transfer season. The transfer season is where all clubs are always, if the transfer season is not good, if you make mistakes in the transfer season, that definitely means that there will be a lot that will be costed. If you make fake decisions, if you make wrong decisions in the transfer season, you have to pay for the wrong decisions that you make during the football that you play. More especially here at the English Premier League, if you do not buy good players, you have no chance whatsoever. That's why Manchester United, under the new management of the good Erik ten Hag, the future of Manchester United, one that is set to revive the glory days, so that we can one more time sing glory. And right about now, if you've noticed, subscribed, what are you waiting for? Make it a point to subscribe, bring that notification bell so that you do not miss out on United content, as we are definitely heading to Darwin Nunez done and dusted, and also we will be heading to much better things in this show. As right about now, during this period, we are mainly focused on the transfers, and every time we are live, we are talking about the transfers, who is going where, why is Darwin Nunez coming to Manchester United, and why he's decided to come to Manchester United, why Christian Eriksen is dedicated to coming to Manchester United, and also Frankie de Jong, as Barcelona has let Frankie de Jong go, and a date has been set for him to arrive at the big club Manchester United. So which will be remembered, the departures, as always. I can always tell you who has left, and every person that has left Manchester United, that means that another football player will have to come and fill that gap. That's how football is. So we already know that Eric Bailly has left, and we are looking forward to seeing someone come and play in this position of Eric Bailly, because Eric Bailly is definitely looking forward to leaving. We can say he's already left. Then another person that has left is Paul Pogba, and another one, a perfect replacement for Paul Pogba, is also set to come. And yet another one that has left is Juan Mata, and United is also looking forward to get a perfect replacement for Juan Mata. Another person yet that has left is Edinson Cavani. Edinson Cavani has left, and United still is looking forward to get a person to replace Edinson Cavani. Yet another player that has left is none other than Jess Lingard, our very own Jess Lingard. So all those players that I've talked about, players will be coming in this transfer season, so that it can be a fair play, and all these players that have gone, that will mean that that United is going to replace these players with quite new players, young talent, good talent, and experienced talent. As Darwin Nunez is set, it's done deal. I can call it a done and dusted deal for none other than Darwin Nunez. Somebody asking about what about Nunez and Timber. I'll be talking about Julian Timber right in top there. But right about now, let's dig deeper. Let's get into the main topic that has brought us right here, and that is none other than the Benfica superstar, Benfica forward, one of the best strikers of his time. That is none other than Darwin Nunez. People asking what's going on with Darwin Nunez. So Darwin Nunez, he has come out and said, because there was a press conference, and Darwin Nunez had to say a little bit of things about his future, and it was quite good news about Darwin Nunez, and I tried to explain what's going on in his future and where he is interested, and also the clubs that are interested in him, and where his heart lies. And it's very fortunate, and that he's definitely going to be leaving Benfica. There are no doubts he's not playing for Benfica anymore. So it will be remembered still that Darwin Nunez is definitely leaving this club and is going to Manchester United. So through an interview, he came out and said, when they asked him about what is the main reason as to why he wants to leave Benfica, and what's the club that he's most interested in, because many clubs include Barcelona, including Arsenal, and right about now there is a club that came with quite a lot of power, a club that has quite a lot of money, and it is funded by the public investment fund of Saudi Arabia, and that is none other than Newcastle. Newcastle came out and said, Manchester United, you're not gonna have a smooth road in there. There must be something fair in there. You must have a little bit of competition. So they came out and said, you have a big advantage over Darwin Nunez, but we also need Darwin Nunez, and that was Newcastle. He was spotted also. Not only Erik ten Hag spotted this gentleman, but also the current manager of Newcastle. The current manager of Newcastle also said, there is no way Manchester United is taking this gentleman alone. And also the bosses of Newcastle and Gondos and Amanda Staveley also were interested in this young gentleman. So Amanda Staveley and Gondos said this gentleman needs to be at Newcastle, but also the Glazers are not just going to sit down and just see this gentleman go. That's one of the reasons as to why he is is going to be at Manchester United. And also other clubs also are definitely interested. Other clubs are interested in this young gentleman, including Coach Xavi at Barcelona has also spotted this gentleman and said, we definitely need you at Barcelona. But it looks that he is not interested in all these big clubs. And also there has been also another club there was another club, Inter Milan, was also interested in this gentleman. And for Inter Milan right about now, Inter Milan is sorted because it's out of the competition. I can say Inter Milan is definitely out of the competition for Darwin Nunez. Manchester United being the #1 contender, Manchester United being where this gentleman is dedicated to going, because Inter Milan, the fact that they are going to have yet one of their own, that is none other than Romelu Lukaku, who wanted to come to Manchester United, but Eriksen had said there is no way Romelu Lukaku will be back to Manchester United, so he will be heading back to Inter Milan, and that leaves in a big gap to get this gentleman, because they were focusing on Darwin Nunez, but right now they have got their troops back to this gentleman Romelu Lukaku, and leaving this gentleman for Manchester United and other teams. And the #1 team that is in this race is not Newcastle. No way, it's not Newcastle. So Newcastle have tried in and out. It's been a little bit of a pull between Manchester United and Newcastle. And Newcastle definitely is. I can confirm to you that Newcastle, there is no way it's going to have this gentleman, because he seems not to be interested in Newcastle. Though Newcastle is very much interested in this gentleman. Newcastle's manager is one of the best right about now also, and he has also come out and said this boy is a very dangerous man. That's why they needed him, but they definitely will not get him. So anyhow, who is the current manager of Newcastle, has hinted about Darwin Nunez and his move to Manchester United, that he shouldn't comfortably go to Manchester United because he's a good one. He's some player to fight for. But this gentleman said, guess what he said when he was asked about where his future is, where he sees his future most likely. He came out and said there is no football player who would not like to play with Cristiano Ronaldo. That was definitely something that was very good. So Cristiano Ronaldo could play a very big role in this gentleman's move. So this gentleman, Cristiano, he said he would love to play with Cristiano Ronaldo, and the mere fact, everybody knows how Cristiano Ronaldo pulls figures, and when you're next to Cristiano Ronaldo, I think for some reason things are definitely always good. So Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the assets that Manchester United has right about now, and the mere fact that some of these players definitely like coming to Manchester United to play with him is something that is good. Another advantage that Manchester United has is that the agent of Cristiano Ronaldo is the same agent of Darwin Nunez, and that therefore puts Manchester United to a very big advantage, because if the Manchester United team or the directors and everybody, if they are willing to work hand in hand with George Mendes, who is the Manchester United players, Manchester United superstars agent, that's Cristiano Ronaldo. It will be remembered that George Mendes helped this big club to secure Ronaldo, and George Mendes could still make the magic for this young player Darwin Nunez, who is seen as a very big superstar to come to Manchester United. Which part of the world are you in? Which part of the country? Make it a point to subscribe and ring that notification notification bell so that you do not miss out on anything Manchester United has to bring to you. Where you're watching from in the comment section, I say I'm happy to see you in Manchester United. That's Matthew Joel. Thank you for being part of us. Then Okiria Henry are saying, tell me more about De Jong. I'll be going deeper into De Jong and his arrival at Manchester United after. And now I can see Makubia Drum saying, what about Ruben Neves? Also, I'll be talking about Ruben Neves in a bit. Then I can see Hasib Boxster said, where will Cristiano play then? Okay. It will be remembered that Ruben Neves is also set to join Manchester United. But right about now is not the main topic. The main topic that we're talking about today is none other than Darwin Nunez, who would like to play alongside Cristiano Ronaldo, the greatest of all time. 37 years old, and he still plays more and more actively. He's still more energetic than 20-year-olds. He just beats my understanding, and that is Cristiano Ronaldo. Which part of the world are you in? Which part of the country are you in? As we definitely tackle things in the transfer season, talk about different stuff in the transfer season. Right about now, let's dig deep into one more player. As you already know that Darwin Nunez has made his final decision to join Manchester United, leaving the likes of Newcastle United, Barcelona, and also many clubs, and he is deciding to come to Manchester United. Now paperwork is needed, and also much more is needed for this gentleman to come. But according to him, his personal opinion that definitely matters very much. His personal opinion is okay. He wants to join the big club, Manchester United. Okay. Let's then jump into I think that's all for this young lad Darwin Nunez, and you already know that Darwin Nunez would love to come to Manchester United and play alongside Cristiano Ronaldo. Somebody's been asking where Cristiano Ronaldo could play when Darwin Nunez comes. Of course, there will always be a place for Cristiano Ronaldo in the forward section, but Edinson Cavani has not been able to play, and that's some of the reasons as to why he's left. A good player, young player, one player that has a big future apart from an old player is definitely needed there. So some of the players and the squad has also been saying there needs a proper refreshment, there needs a proper replacement of the superstar Edinson Cavani, who left, and Darwin Nunez is seen as the perfect replacement of this gentleman, of this lad that has yet left. Right but now, thank you for tuning in, thank you for being part of the big team Manchester United and the channel United Diehards. Do not forget to subscribe, ring that notification bell so that you do not miss out on anything United Diehards has to bring to you. Right about now, let's dig deep into one of the two. Whom should we start with? Darwin Nunez is done, and we can go to Christian Eriksen, or we can go to Frankie de Jong. Muhammad Serunjogi saying Neves, Eriksen, and Nunez is good for us. Thank you for being part of us, Muhammad. If you've not yet subscribed, please subscribe. Then Christian Alberto saying, you are sure with your news? Yeah, very sure. Then Jack Kingsley says, I think all these players are very good. Thank you. Anyway, let's dig deep. Whom should we start with? I can see Mozilla Puffnet saying Frankie de Jong. Okay. Let's start with Frankie de Jong. I always go with what the people ask. Then let's start with Frank de Jong. Then we will go to Christian Eriksen. As Frank de Jong said to join Manchester United. You already know I told you about Frank de Jong, and I will always let you know what a good player Frank de Jong is. So Let's dig deep into Frankie de Jong. Frankie de Jong is interested in joining Manchester United more than anybody else. And I always say the first thing that matters before the club, or before where the club is, where the player is going to, or where he is, the first thing that matters is always the person's opinion. The footballer's opinion is always something that matters very well, because even if the club decides that they are not going to sell a player, a player is going to stay at a club, I can confirm to you that a player might not give 100%. And definitely that is a problem that we had with Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba is a very good player, but he could not give 100% because he just wanted to leave. And right about now, he's having a little bit of complications with his future, as many of the clubs are interested in him, including PSG, and also another club that needs this gentleman is Juventus, and also there's another Premier League club that I would prefer not to mention that wants Paul Pogba. So right about now, it's no Paul Pogba in the picture. We are saying goodbye Paul Pogba, because we are looking at a person who is set to replace Paul Pogba, and that's none other than Frankie de Jong, who worked with Eriksen at Ajax Amsterdam and helped him win a few trophies. At the great club Ajax Amsterdam, and things were definitely going on quite well there before he went to Barcelona, where he didn't get enough gameplay under coach Xavi. And right about now, he's been looking forward to moving to yet another club where he wanted to go back to Ajax Amsterdam. But it came out that Eriksen had left Ajax Amsterdam, so he didn't want to go to Ajax Amsterdam. So Manchester United had already spotted him, was always after this young gentleman. So the coming of Eriksen had sealed this gentleman's move. So that's definitely something very good, because they've worked together for some time. They've worked together for a very big period of time, and when he left, he didn't perform quite well, so he wants to revive his future at Manchester United. Which part of the world are you in? Which part of the country are you in? So that we definitely can work and laugh along and talk along, as all of us who are here, everybody who is here, I presume, is a Manchester United fan. And we are talking about Manchester United transfer news. Manchester United transfer news. Okay. Let's see. Darwin Nunez. We have already talked about Darwin Nunez, and we are now on Frankie de Jong. But a little bit more about Darwin Nunez. Darwin Nunez was Manchester United transfer biggest targeted, but the latest that we got was that Liverpool has joined the race of Darwin Nunez, but Darwin Nunez is seemingly not interested in going to Liverpool. So the Benfica forward Darwin Nunez edged over 30 and netted over 30 goals for the Portuguese club last season, and the Uruguay striker has become a transfer target for both Manchester United and Liverpool, but his number one choice club being Manchester United. If Darwin Nunez has a straight shootout between Liverpool and Manchester United, it will be no brainer for the Uruguayan football player. And that's the verdict former of the Anfield, Stan Coleman, and who reckons that Nunez signing would be a perfect that cross balls of his old club's rival. But that's not the opinion with this gentleman, because he's not looking forward to going to Liverpool. And there is, with the big rivalry between Manchester United and Liverpool, I don't think United would let this young gentleman go, because Manchester United definitely has said it needs this gentleman bad. But let's dig deeper into Frankie de Jong's move to Manchester United. And now that a date has been set for this gentleman to come to Manchester United, because everything has been done. His agent has talked to Manchester United, and also Manchester United has exchanged views, and a price has been set on how much is going to be paid and what is going to be paid to him per week. And both parties are now very happy to keep this gentleman. Both parties are now saying this gentleman, it's right for him to come to Manchester United and leave Barcelona away, because Barcelona is not providing what this gentleman needs. And what this gentleman needs is gameplay. This gentleman definitely needs gameplay. He needs to experience much more gameplay. Wants to play almost every minute of his time, and that's his query. And he was promised football. He was promised big time football at Manchester United. He could start almost every game because the coach and the manager Erik ten Hag believes in him, thinks that this gentleman is a very good one. And if he comes to the club, that will be brilliant news for Manchester United. And I personally think that will also be a very good move for Manchester United, because he's a young and promising talent who has got a lot of a big future ahead of him. And if he comes to Manchester United, he can walk his future at Manchester United, and that will be great news to the fans and to the big club. So if the club signs this gentleman, that will definitely see the club in a better position, because many football players have left Manchester United, and there needs a reinforcement mainly in the mid section of the club, in the midfielders, because there is a reasonable number of midfielders who have left the club, and that means the club definitely needs to reinforce. The club needs to get better players. And right about now, the fact that Paul Pogba is no more, it will be remembered still that the perfect replacement for Paul Pogba has been cited by this young gentleman, Frankie de Jong, who is both a left winger and also a right winger. I can play as a central midfield, attacking midfield, and also a defensive midfield. That makes him a very perfect football player, a very perfect, very good one, football player. Multi-purpose, I can call him. Versatile is his name. And right about now, I think it's very good to have someone like him, where if you need somebody to play in the defensive midfield, he will be there. And if you need someone to play in the attacking midfield, central midfield, every little part of the midfield, he can comfortably play there. But his main focus is the attacking midfield, but he can also play other big roles, and that is Frankie de Jong, who has been playing for Barcelona now for some time, but he definitely came to conclusion that he's not gonna play for Barcelona anymore. He wants to join Manchester United. Both parties are happy to have this gentleman, and we are also happy if this gentleman comes to Manchester United. It will be great news, and we think that it will be good news for Manchester United to sign a young player like him, and he will be of great use to Manchester United, more especially right about now, that as Erik ten Hag is mainly focused on reinforcement in the place, in the middle of the pitch, in the midfield. Midfield needs a lot of reinforcement, as a few players have moved out, and one of the reinforcements that is needed in there is none other than this young lad, Frankie de Jong. So Frankie de Jong, when he played against many clubs, he was spotted and aimed, and also got international recognition. He was player of the month before. He's earned quite quite a lot with his name. He's added a lot of respect along his name because he's disturbed very many clubs. He's a very good player who won't just let things backslide, and he is a very good one, very disciplined, I can say, and also moves along with other players. And somebody has been asking me about Neymar coming to Manchester United. I want to be honest with you. Neymar is not going to come to Manchester United. No, Neymar is not going to come to Manchester United. Somebody was asking about whether Neymar is coming to Manchester United. I don't want to lie to you. Neymar is not coming to Manchester United because when you see Neymar, when you see what he's paid right about now, he is actually not even going to any club. Neymar is staying where he is because the reason as to why he will stay where he is, he earns quite a lot of money and he's comfortable there. And despite the salary that he earns, he gets also ethical bonuses. An ethical bonus because he's good to the fans, he's good to the players, he's disciplined and also punctual. So that is some of the reasons. Those are some of the reasons as to why he gets an ethical bonus, which is quite a lot compared to. There are very few players that get ethical bonuses, but Neymar is one of them. And if not Neymar alone, but Neymar is a very good player and he likes PSG where he is. So do just disregard that information that Neymar is coming to Manchester United. No way he's coming to Manchester United. I'm not breaking your hearts, but I'm just trying to be real and telling you the reality that Neymar is remaining at Paris Saint-Germain, not coming to Manchester United at all. The people that we have are none other than Darwin Nunez, Christian Eriksen. Then we also have one in this picture. And there are many players that have been linked to Manchester United. Some will be coming and some will not be coming. But you can leave this gentleman out because he is not going to leave the club, not even for yet another club that he could possibly be liking. No, and his contract is still on. So where you watching from, my friends, make it a point to subscribe and ring that notification bell so that you do not miss out on anything Manchester United diehards has to bring to you. If you're a diehard, that is definitely quite good, and it's well. As we are talking about Darwin Nunez, Frankie de Jong and Christian Eriksen. Frankie de Jong, I've talked about Frankie de Jong and his possibilities of coming to the club, and because right about now the information that we've got is that his arrival date has been set. So, and he wants to come and get a few things done with Manchester United, and if he comes and plays quite good football at Manchester United, his terms can always advance, because that is in his clause that he is yet to sign, because Frankie de Jong is a very nice player and a very good friend of Erik ten Hag. So Erik ten Hag is trying to get United. When you see what Erik ten Hag is doing, he wants to sweep out almost every football player at Manchester United and rebuild. And for some reason, Erik ten Hag, I don't blame him. The fact that he wants to swipe almost everybody at Manchester United and rebuild, I don't blame him, because what have these players earned really for the last couple of years? There is nothing these players have earned for the last couple of years. So if he has told all these players that he's not having them, already some of the players that he's told that he's not having have already left. I personally would think I understand Erik ten Hag's mode of play, and what he talked about a few players, he is not certain about some of the players, and definitely he wants to say goodbye to them, and he has already said goodbye to some of the players at Manchester United, and some of them have already left. And we will see players like Harry Maguire leaving, because he says he is not certain about players like Harry Maguire. player whose defensive tactics are not what he uses in his defense, and that's why he has a better option, and his better option is none other than Julian Timber, who is a very good and young football player, very experienced. He's now played for a very long time, but he's played football with big clubs and he understands what a big club needs, and he's played football against this. He's stopped the likes of Messi, stopped Suarez, he's stopped Mbappe, he's stopped Di Maria, he's stopped very many players. When it comes to his tackles, his tackle accuracy is very, very accurate, lying at a very high percentage, and that definitely makes it something that is definitely quite good. There's somebody who's saying Phil Banwell has said he was given 125 million budget, not 200 million budget. He was given 200 million budget. So recently he was given 200 million pound budget because when Paul Dybala came in the picture, Paul Dybala was given Paul Dybala wanted a pay of there was something. It would cost something like 100 million pound Paul Dybala, and 100 million pound for Paul Dybala, that was definitely too high. Anyway, and he would only remain with 100 million pound. I think you need to revise a little bit of your books, my friend. It was 200 million pound, not 125. So if you've not subscribed, we have in the chat here as United friends, United diehards, and make it a point to subscribe, ring that notification bell so that you do not miss out on this podcast, you do not miss out on everything that Manchester United has to bring to you, as we are in the transfer season and dedicated to bringing to you everything in the transfer season right about now. And we can confirm to you that Manchester United under the management of Erik ten Hag is going to be do not get surprised the next season or this coming season when the starting 11 has a very few number of players that played this season, the last season, because this gentleman Erik ten Hag is looking forward to making a proper thrash, making a proper sweep. He has already sent away some of the players, already told some of the players that they won't have first team football at Manchester United, and he has also started military training with these football players. So that will be definitely something that Manchester United will like, because these players critically seeing there is no way you can say this that Erik ten Hag is wrong, because these lads have been in for a very long time and there's not been positive results at all. That means there is a problem with them and they definitely need to go. And if they go, new players are going to come in. It's going to be new tactics, new ways of playing under the big man Erik ten Hag, whose mode of play is much different. It will be remembered that David Moyes said, when David Moyes was asked, he said he respects Ten Hag, he respects Erik ten Hag, but he doesn't think that his mode of play will appeal in the English Premier League, as the English Premier League is quite way different than the Eredivisie. But it will also be remembered that this gentleman has used his mode of play and won against the best clubs in the world. So we will not go by the words of David Moyes, who came to Manchester United and also failed. He totally failed, miserably failed, and was miserably failed, and he was the chosen one, and things did not go on quite well for him. And right about now, he has no audacity to talk bad about this manager, because this manager is looking forward to changing almost everything and start from scratch, make sure everybody is playing as he wants, not as the players want. And that is definitely what makes him a very different player, a very different manager. he's a no-nonsense. He doesn't tolerate anything, any nonsense at the club. It will be remembered that though David Moyes was talking about him leaving, him doubting Eriksen. Also, I remember the former Manchester United. There's a Manchester United player, Patrick Evra. Patrick Evra said when David Moyes came to Manchester United, he said he told them that he wants them to teach him how Manchester United always wins everything, and that was one of the lowest points that a manager could tell to a football player, and that was the beginning of the downfall of David Moyes. And definitely he understood that David Moyes was not going to have any position at Manchester United, and his leave at Manchester United, or his stay at Manchester United, was therefore indefinitely short-lived. And that came true because he didn't spend quite a lot of time there. There is no way you can go to a club and tell the club or the teammates or the team that they should teach you how they win everything. After the end of the day, the manager is the capable person who directs the football players on how to play. So if you tell them how to teach you how to do something, that definitely isn't okay. And that's not the mode of person that Erik ten Hag is. Erik ten Hag is a nonsense. He doesn't entertain nonsense, and he will tell a player that he's not having football if he's messing up. And that was the sort of person Erik ten Hag. You can compare him a little bit. They are not at the same table, but you can compare his mode of play. You can compare it comfortably with Sir Alex Ferguson. When Sir Alex Ferguson wanted, or if someone messed up on the pitch, Sir Alex Ferguson could not give them football. I remember there was a burst between Sir Alex Ferguson and David Beckham some time ago, because David Beckham was not having it proper, and they had disagreements between him and the manager. And the manager said, "Look, I'm the manager. There's nothing you're gonna do. I'm the manager. There is nothing absolutely you're gonna do. If you are tired of the club, you can leave." And that was not the only thing. There was also Mr. Defense, the Minister of Defense, and that was Rio Ferdinand. There's a time when Rio Ferdinand, when Manchester United wanted to extend his period at Manchester United. So Sir Alex Ferguson talked to him and told him, "You know what, Big Bad, we want to extend your we want to extend your contract. Manchester United wants to extend your contract." And for some reason, Rio Ferdinand was still there trying to see how things were going, trying to understand, and he said he needed big time. He wanted to understand things. So time went, and he was still training with the United squad. And this funny man, greatest of all time, came and said, there is definitely no way. If you're gonna sign, you sign, and if you're not gonna sign, leave my club. I'm not having you. I'm not having someone who is not certain about his future. The first thing you need to do is to love the club, and then after loving the club, make the decision about the club, whether you're staying or not. And if you're not staying, you need to leave the club, and we focus on the players that are interested in the club. And that was a big clash between Sir Alex Ferguson and Rio Ferdinand. That was yet another big one. And it will be remembered, Rio Ferdinand has some traits that resemble with this gentleman, Erik ten Hag. So Erik ten Hag is also a no-nonsense manager that will not allow a big club, a big player to come and mess around just because they feel they are good. There is no way, I'm telling you, there's no way Paul Pogba would mess around with Sir Alex Ferguson. No way. You just leave. For some reason, he would just no matter what form you had, you could just go down, and that was that gentleman. That was him. So then I can see Oman Pio saying, wow, I think we are not going to get heartbroken again. Manchester United forever. Thank you. Thank you for being part of Manchester United. Also, which part of the country are you in? Which part of the world are you in? Make it a point, subscribe, ring that notification bell, as we are in the transfer season, trying to digest a little bit about the transfer, having a talk in these transfers, who is coming to Manchester United and who is leaving. I started with the departures, and very many are expected to leave, and very many have already left, and very many are going to be signed, and still a lot will be talked about, but we are here to give you the confirmations of who is definitely staying and who is leaving and who is coming. So right about now, we've been talking about Frankie de Jong, the superstar who is set to join Manchester United, and we are happy to announce, or happy to tell you, that the arrival date of Frankie de Jong has been set, and we will be giving you the arrival date. We will be updating you about Frankie de Jong, because he is decided that he is leaving Barcelona, and Barcelona also has decided to let this gentleman go, because his heart is not where it is. His heart is not with Barcelona. His heart is with Manchester United, under the proper management of the one and only Erik ten Hag, the superstar Erik ten Hag, the best manager in the world right about now. So let's dig deeper. As now I've already told you about that gentleman, we're also going to be crossing to the medical that is going to be done for this gentleman, Christian Eriksen, that he is definitely set to join Manchester United. So Erik ten Hag and his opinion about this gentleman also matters. But as per now, Christian Eriksen is set to complete medical, as he's also going to be part of the Manchester United squad in the season 2022-2023, and we are also definitely happy looking forward to welcoming this lad to Manchester United. And it will be remembered that Christian Eriksen is one of the best players of his generation, and what makes a player good is definitely not being up, but what makes a player the best. When you're up all the time, then you're a good player, but what makes a player the best is the ability to come back when you have fallen, when you're off form, and you come back. Just that is a good player. That's the biggest characteristic of a good player. So it will be remembered that Christian Eriksen had ups and downs. He's always up and down, and he's fallen before and come back, and fallen and come back. When he was at Inter Milan, his contract was terminated, and it was a mutual agreement between two parties, mutual agreement between both parties, between Christian Eriksen and Inter Milan, and Inter Milan had to make sure that the contract was terminated, and this didn't go on quite well with this gentleman, because after Inter Milan, things didn't go on quite well for him. He found himself playing for Brentford, but when he reached Brentford, he played very good football over there, played as much as he can, as good as he can. Sorry. So when he was at Brentford and played alongside the likes of Ivan Toney, one good player, the combination of Ivan Toney and Christian Eriksen was quite a good one, and the pair played very well and helped Brentford on its way back. And when Brentford came in the English Premier League, it will be remembered still that out of the 10 appearances, out 10 games that he played in the English Premier League for Brentford, Brentford won 7 of them, and that is good for a football player and makes his record quite good and nice. And you can never doubt this gentleman. Otherwise, which part of the world are you in? Which part of the country are you in? Make it a point to subscribe and ring that notification bell so that you don't know miss out on anything United Diehards has to bring to you, as we are talking about Christian Eriksen's move to Manchester United, as very many clubs are interested in him, but still there is a bit of there has been a bit of ups and downs for him, and right about now he wants to associate with the Eredivisie, former Eredivisie winner, and that is none other than Erik ten Hag, and in the near future we'll be calling him the Premier League winner. I mean, Manchester United is not gonna have Champions League this time round, and so why should these players stay? And that is the query that this gentleman has had for a very long time at Manchester United. From the day that he came, he said if the players have not won Premier League, and they have not even gone as far as just going to the Champions League, that means there is a big problem with the players. So these players needed to be substituted. These players need to go, and we can get yet other good players, players who are able to take Manchester United yet to another fine and better level. Something that no one said that it won't be a good idea, it won't be a good, brilliant idea. But also we have to take in consideration that there are fair play FPP. The fair play rules that govern football, and you cannot buy as many players as you want. There is a bit of money where the football association will come and say, look, you cannot spend more than that. And if it were not for something like that, that would definitely see clubs like Manchester City that are way richer than other clubs like Newcastle, that has been bought by the Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia. They would spend as much money as they could, have the best of the players, but every club is definitely monitored, and there is a limit of money that you can spend in the transfer season. So that could also appeal. That also appeals to Manchester United. Manchester United has to budget within the amount of money that is given to this club, and if the club owners, that's the Glazers, are also willing to inject in as much money as they can, that should make the Manchester United club great and great one more time. So let me see. Hi, do you perhaps know the precision game details? I'll be bringing to the precision game details they in forward or next, or maybe possibly in the next episode. Just make it a point to subscribe. Just make sure you subscribe. Tomorrow same time I will be bringing to you that. I'll make sure that I bring to you that. But right about now we are in the transfer season and talking about what happens in the transfers and what we should expect in these transfers, as our main focus today has been between or amongst 3 main players, and that is Darwin Nunez, the Uruguayan football player, and also Christian Eriksen, and not forgetting the one and only former Barcelona Frankie de Jong, who played for Ajax Amsterdam. After Ajax Amsterdam, he went to Barcelona, and now is set to join Manchester United. So make it a point to subscribe, ring that notification bell, as Christian Eriksen is set to join Manchester United, and a medical is set to be done on him. Is set to do a medical test so so that United can confirm that this gentleman is okay before they inject in as much money as they can to make sure that they can have this gentleman at Manchester United. So make it a point, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Do not forget to do that, as we are also very happy to tell you that United is going to be a way different club than what you know. United is going to be a way different club than what you know or what you knew, because Luke Shaw is leaving, Eric Bailly is leaving, and these ones have not yet left, but they are going to leave. Luke Shaw is leaving, according to the reports I've had. Luke Shaw is leaving, then Eric Bailly is also leaving, and the coming of Julian Timber will see very many we'll see like Harry Maguire losing his position and not playing at all again. And I would definitely think that if Harry Maguire doesn't play, that should be an advantage for Manchester United, because his defensive tactics and his defense is actually terrible. He costs the team quite a lot, and there are very many games that if it were not for the mistakes of Harry Maguire, possibly Manchester United could have been in the Champions League. It could have been in the Champions League, but Harry Maguire costed Manchester United, and that's why the current manager Erik ten Hag is seeing Harry Maguire as a threat, seeing him as incapable, and that's why he wants to bring in Julian Timber to replace this gentleman and make sure that things go on well for the club, and the club is not complaining, and neither is the manager complaining. So I like Julian Timber for some reason. He's a very nice one. He's a very nice lad, very well composed, very good football player. And if he comes to Manchester United, we could see the defense of Manchester United quite good. And United, let's see who else is in the defense of Manchester United. Almost everybody in Manchester United's defense is injury prone. Let's see, there is who is the defense of Manchester United. There is Rafael Varane, and talking about being injury prone, that is Rafael Varane, a very excellent player, I must say, but he's always having injuries, and that's what we do not want. There's no way you can prevent an injury, but there are people who have records of being injured. Yeah, there are people who have records of being injured. So people like Rafael Varane, he misses very many games because of injuries. As I talk right about now, even on international duty, he sustained an injury, and we are not sure about how long he is going to stay away from football, and this could cost Manchester United if he does not play for some good time because he has an injury. That's why a football machine like Julian Nunez, so not Nunez, Julian Timber, sorry, like Julian Timber is definitely needed at the club. Manchester United, and Manchester United is looking forward to have this gentleman in the back, and also in the midfield. Reinforcement will be put on Frankie de Jong and Christian Eriksen also being around there, and a very good forward is also needed and is set to join the big club, and that is none other than Darwin Nunez, who is hunted by many clubs, but he is not willing to join them. His heart is to play with Cristiano Ronaldo at Manchester United. So, and let's see. So, looking at the Glazers and what they have been talking about of recent, the Glazers have said they do not want the fans to be hurt again. They do not want the fans, because it was 18 years, and in 17 years of the Glazer rule, and there's been no positive result. So it's been 17 minutes before the game and 17 minutes after the game protests, but they right about now they've said they're not investing anywhere else. They want the money to get back in the club so that they can buy as many players as they can, and it's the fair rule, fair play rule that will rule these players out, or the manager out, or the technical director's decisions out, but they will be able to get whatever they want. Otherwise, which part of the world are you watching from? Make it a point to subscribe, ring that notification bell so that you do not miss out on anything. The point of reminder is that we are always live every other day. Every day we are live every day, same time. So when it gets tomorrow around this time, still we will be live giving you the latest updates, what's happened during the day, what's happened after, and late in the evening. So if you've not yet subscribed, please make it a point to subscribe, ring that notification bell so that, my friend, you definitely do not miss out on what Manchester United has to bring to you, and what the club like United is capable of doing in this period of the season, where it's willing to unleash money to get these young players, to get this talent. So if you're a United fan, honestly, it will be a good thing for you to subscribe. You do not miss out on any of these latest updates at Manchester United. So make it a point to subscribe, ring that notification bell, and we tell you that we love you here at United Diehards. However, even though we love you, even though we say we love you very, very much, which is definitely the truth, we do love you, but we have to go and we have to meet yet another day, and that will be tomorrow. And tomorrow, please make it a point to subscribe so that tomorrow you do not miss out. I can say, let me read a little bit in the comment section before I sign out. Peter just says, please let Harry Maguire go. Harry Maguire's contract has something in it that makes him stay, and for some reason, but what Erik ten Hag has said, even if he's staying, he will not have football at Manchester United, and that's the tough man, Erik ten Hag. So he could be of a liability as per now. So Oman Onyo says, please Eric left, my guy would be in the team, he's good. Okay, otherwise, thank you for being part of the club. Thank you for being part of United Diehards. Do not forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell, and make it a point to subscribe, please, as the other drop that I can leave to you, Donny van der Beek will be coming back home, and also Anthony Martial will also be coming back home, because Erik ten Hag has said he has a lot of confidence in Martial. Somebody's saying, I'm listening in from Cape Town, South Africa, and that is Patras Gelius. Thank you. Then Data Habert is saying, let him go too. Okay. Otherwise, goodbye for now, and make it a point to subscribe, ring that notification bell, and let us meet same time tomorrow.